Hey, this is Coach Marty,
And this is Lori.
and it's time for That Sports Couple.
What?
Brought to you by
Diamond Distributing.
Colonial Exterminating Company,
Edward Jones, C. Robert Hemel.
Wendy Benedetto, Matter in Blue,
Sports Pub, Dusterhand.
Adam Roussel, Riverbend, Chiropractic, River Parishes Trophies,
The Seafood Pod. Laplace Glassworks. Boom! Welcome to That Sports Couple, the podcast that you love with me, Lori Lyons, the longtime Hall of Fame sports writer, and Coach Marty Luquette, the Uber driver. It's Halloween. You'll be watching this on Halloween. So I have look how skinny I've gotten with my new diet. All that cool work.
all bone.
I'm all bone, working myself to the bone in retirement. Anyway, this is episode 8 of the River Parishes sports podcast with me and Marty, the coach and the sports writer. And the season is almost over. It's
2 weeks. 2 weeks left.
That's crazy. It went by like that.
It-
Magic.
And but the big games are left.
Oh, I know.
Lots of good ones left. So plenty of football, and then you got kick into the second season.
Yes, indeed.
The playoffs.
Yes, indeed. But first, baseball isn't quite over yet. The Dodgers and the Blue Jays. And yes, we did. I'm so embarrassed for some of you. But yes, we did stay up, watch all 18 innings, watch the walk-off home run, and went to bed at 2 a.m. Even Coach went to bed at 2 a.m. At 1:30, he said, I'm going to bed. And I said, if you do, I am going to hammer you on social media so hard. I'm going to tell everybody you gave up.
Well, I did.
No.
And my Dodgers won, and then it was exciting. And we took the 2-game-to-1 lead, and things looked great. And then they fell apart.
But what a game. What an incredible game. 6 hours and 39 minutes, they said. The stats are out there. The walks, the runs, it was fun to watch.
The relievers were fabulous, and they just put up 0 after 0 after 0. I mean, the game, no one scored for 9 innings.
That was crazy. And then they started talking about they were running out of pitching, and the Dodgers were about to put a position player.
Well, no, they were going to bring in a starting pitcher that was supposed to work later in
correct.
The series.
He volunteered.
Yeah, which would have created problems at the top. The Blue Jays were doing the same thing. They were actually warming up the next day's start.
And then
Shame they couldn't have pitched him then, because he sure shut him down the next night.
And then 2 words: Shohei Ohtani.
Well, 4 for 4, 5 intentional walks.
And 2 home runs.
Right.
2 home runs, 2 doubles.
You can't get away with that if Mookie Betts is playing worth the darn.
And you keep
complaining about and I love Mookie, don't get me wrong. I think he's a fabulous player, but he's just not playing well. And he's not swinging the bat, and he's, and he never came through that one time after the walks, And
I gotta say, if it had to be somebody to be the hero, I'm really glad it was Freddie Freeman. I really like him. He's just such a cool dude.
Well, he did it last year in the game 1
walk-off
with the walk-off grand slam, and he walked this one off, and it'll be remembered for a long, long time.
This game will be remembered.
Yeah,
People are still talking about it. But everybody was like, oh, I couldn't hang. I went to bed in the 2nd inning. I went to bed in the 11th inning. I went to bed. No.
Well, one of my life group guys, he's a Coca-Cola delivery guy. He gets up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, well, you shift workers, Mike.
I mean, he couldn't exactly stay up. He just went right to work.
But it was fun. I'm glad we watched it. I remember the what had been the longest game, the Braves game, that one, it was 4th of July. And it's a very fond memory because we were at our beach house in Bay St. Louis, that ain't there no more. And my brother was there, and I remember my brother and I watching it. And I really wasn't into baseball then, like I kind of am now. And I just remember that night. And the pitcher hit the home run to win it. I remember that, and it brought back some memories of that. Just what a fun! It's fun when stuff like that happens.
And they put the picture up. I think his lifetime batting average was like 120. And he hits a home run.
And I didn't understand all the nuances at the time, but I remember my brother saying, "He's the pitcher. He's not supposed to bat."
Yeah. So it was, and of course the series is 3-2 now, Toronto, and the Dodgers lost the next couple games because they basically they didn't pitch that well. They didn't pitch bad, but they didn't pitch that well, and their defense was terrible.
Yeah.
Not just errors, but balls they could have got to, should have got to, and plays like a ground ball to third. He can't get it out of his glove. He throws a guy out of first, gives them an extra out, bang, single. They drive the run in. And but Toronto's, that's their style. They get you to press, and when you press and make mistakes, they make you pay for them. And they're one win away from winning the World Series.
Now they go back to Toronto, and let's see what happens.
If you'd have told me they were going to get 2 out of 3 in LA, I'd have told you were crazy. But then again, I mean, if you tell me LA's going to win 2 in Toronto, I'd tell you you're crazy. So,
That's why we watch. Right?
Show you what I know.
You know a lot. All right, so World Series. We just finished. It's Thursday night. We just finished watching Tulane. They lost.
Speak of not playing well.
They did not play well, and they did not win.
They couldn't stop anybody. Their defense was very suspect.
Quarterback did not have a good game.
The quarterback did not play well, but on the flip side, the quarterback at University of Texas San Antonio, he was 31 for 33.
Was he really?
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
31 for 33. I mean, you got a 95% per completion rate. Now, I mean, that's fabulous.
I heard somebody say they must have come up with the game plan of their lives for this game.
That's fabulous if you play without a defense.
Yeah.
You just play and catch.
It was disappointing because Tulane is one team that's been playing well. Come on, Tulane.
And we talk about distractions, and
you think that whole LSU talk is a distraction.
I do. I think that your coach is going to go. He's a front runner at LSU.
He did that last year too.
It's still a distraction, and he said he handled it poorly last year.
Yeah.
So he tried to handle it a little bit better, but that doesn't. How he handles it's one thing. How the players handle it's another. Sure. And right now, I mean.
So if you haven't heard, LSU is currently a dumpster fire with the firing of Brian Kelly, and today the firing of the athletic director. And then tonight, Woodward, and then tonight, Kim Mulkey did not go to her press conference after her game because she said she's heartbroken because Woodward's been fired. There's all kinds of stuff. And the governor deciding to...
The guy with the flame?
Yeah, he's lighting the dumpster fire.
Yes, he is.
Who wants to work at a school where the governor could come in at any moment and say, okay, you're not the dude anymore, get out?
Well, the problem now is that the whole world knows there's problems at LSU.
I'm not going there.
And if you're a coach that they're considering, you're one of the top coaches in the country. Why go there? You can go anywhere.
I'm making just as much money where I am.
Well, to win, LSU is a great place to win.
Oh, yeah.
But
it's not a great place to lose.
Right now, it's like, holy cow.
God bless you, LSU. Hope you get your act together. You too, Tulane.
There's a lot of us that would like to get hired for a year and get the buyout.
Yeah, how come we didn't go into college coaching and suck at it and get fired and get $54 million to go?
Yeah. Please leave and take our $54 million with you.
What?
Okay.
Riverside could have given you a buyout.
They should have.
Me too.
I think I got a buyout, though.
What?
I got a container of Miss Lee's chicken stew.
Oh, what? Yeah. I got some nice parting gifts from my students. Anyway, there we go. All right, Tulane and LSU are off the rails. But the
Tulane is not off the rails.
Okay,
They
lost a wheel.
They still have a chance to come back and win that conference, which is their first goal. And then the top rated team,
I got a flat
with one, gets picked into the 12. So, or the top 2 rated team. So they still have a chance, but it got a lot harder than it was.
We still love you, Tulane, and they have really cool uniforms. And I would really love the tile. Talking about parting gifts. The tile jersey.
Nobody's seen that yet.
Yeah, if you've been on Facebook, you've seen. They're going to wear them November the 15th, the New Orleans special edition with the tiles spelling out Tulane. I was going to buy one. We can't afford it.
True.
I want to wait till they go on sale, and then I'll buy one. Anyway, but it's Halloween. Halloween is my favorite holiday. I absolutely love it. Even when I was a little kid, I loved Halloween. Is my favorite. People dressing up. We'll be passing out candy tomorrow night to all the kids.
And when our kids were small,
we used to have a buffet.
Yeah.
You could come by and drink Bloody Marys.
It was fun. We used to have a lot of people come and they'd be in costume. Things have changed with grandchildren as we go follow them. Go over to Daniel's house, and Courtney comes and have our. Yeah.
We go where kids actually trick or treat because they don't. I have lived in my house 30 years now, 31 years. I have not had a single trick or treater ever, never.
Well,
never.
We're on a main street.
And the last
house, nobody's coming down.
But we have a Christmas parade. Don't forget.
Come on.
I'll pass out candy. Well, they throw candy at you at that. So, yeah. All right, that's that for that. Happy Halloween, everyone. Be safe. Look both ways before you cross the street, and let your parents check your candy before you eat it. All right, week 8 in River Parishes sports was a wild one. Lots of points scored: 49, 42, 49, 47, 51.
We have one real close game, and then the rest of it blowouts. But
we had some really good.
But that was the case. That was the case across the state. We talked about that. There was no, there was a lot of blowouts, a lot of, and you get in district, and it just happens that way. But it really was a week where there weren't a lot of close games.
Sure. Well, first out, Destrehan defeated Central Lafourche 46-7. What is that for?
Remember, I was burning my house down.
Central Lafourche beat Destrehan. Good, it's staying. This is 5 wins in a row for Destrehan. Destrehan is now first place in District 8-5A. Man, they've been 6-5A, 7-5A, 8-5A. I can't keep track. They led 40-0 at the half. They are averaging, Destrehan is averaging 51.6 points per game. And Malachi gets all the pub, but this time Jackson Fields was 15 of 16 for 274 yards and 3 touchdowns. So I'm going to give him his props this week.
Well, they're finding lots of weapons. They've got good defense. They're priming themselves for a run deep in the playoffs.
They're a roll,
and they'll get an idea of where they are this week. We'll talk about that when we get to this week.
Right. Okay, down the road, Hahnville defeated East St. John 42-7. Hahnville has now won the last 3 meetings. Fabian Celestine had 2 touchdowns. And again, I'm going to give some props to the quarterback, Landon Teague, had 3 touchdowns. Chad, I don't know how to say your last name, but Chad S. recovered a fumble for a touchdown. East St. John scored late in the 4th quarter when Damon Scott threw to Cast Burrow for a touchdown late in the game. That's how they got their points.
Well, we chronicled St. John's situation and what's going on there, and we'll see if the governor steps in. Yeah.
Governor's got more important things to worry about.
Obviously not.
You should have more important things. Letcher defeated Ellender, got back on track, 49-3. I mean, Letcher is now 4-4. I could not find any numbers on individual performances on the game. Letcher is playing tonight, Thursday night, October 30th, instead of on Halloween, which is probably smart. They are playing, who are they playing this week? Morgan City. So they're playing Thursday night, shortly. But anyway, I couldn't find any individuals. Congratulations, Bulldogs. Yeah, I think they got back on track.
Yeah, I mean, we said last week that they were going to have no trouble with this game, and you need a game or two like this,
True.
Where they can get the things going and get some confidence and set themselves up. How far they'll go in the playoffs? I mean, that comes down to you can't play like Tulane played tonight. You got to play solid. You got to play defense, and you got to get some breaks on offense. So.
Correct. Big game, in case you haven't heard. Riverside Academy defeated Central Catholic 47-7. The big news, it was homecoming, but also it was the 500th win. And we know how big a 500th win is, don't we, Coach? Jaden Obique had 3 touchdowns. Boogie Johnson had a 60-yard punt return for a touchdown. Brock Bourgeois ran for a touchdown. 8th grader Caleb Williams had a touchdown. Ethan Bourgeois blocked a punt and fumble recovery by Cole Jacob. Ethan Bourgeois blocked the punt and Cole Jacob scooped and scored the ball after that. So, I mean, everybody participated and they had a big party and they sold T-shirts and the pictures were wonderful. And I'm very happy for Riverside. Let me tell you, I was at plenty of those 500 games.
And 500 is a fabulous number, and they did it in how many years?
50, I think it's 50.
In 50 years.
Yeah.
So you're averaging 10 wins a year.
Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive.
Might be 51 because didn't they celebrate one year?
And still,
something like that. Close.
It's still they average many 9-10 wins a year is a fabulous record. Some of it was in Lisa, but it didn't stop when they got to the Louisiana High School Association.
Oh, no,
they still were dominant.
Yes.
In their division. And they
had, Mickey Russo.
No, I was going to say they have a Hall of Fame coaching staff that have come through there.
Yeah.
Go ahead, list them off.
I don't remember all of them, but Mickey Russo, who was there for most of my tenure. Bill Stubbs, who won the state championship. Chris Lashney was there a year. Tim Taffy was there a year.
Frank did a year.
Frank Monica, Larry Dotry. Who's getting them? Tommy Fernandez was the football coach there. And now Lee Russell carrying on the tradition. And I always like to go to Riverside. It's a fun place to cover a game because one of the few places they let you bring your lawn chair on the field, pretty much. And they always had good food and they treated me nice. They always had a seat for me in the press box. Not all of you did.
And I remember the first game she brought me there. The lights were on the field.
Yeah.
Not on the actual field, but right behind the sidelines in front of the track. So everything behind the track, including the press box, was darker. You could see. It was dark, but you could see. But that was the epitome of, at the time, I thought, small, wooden poles, short lights, and then when we got back there later, they have the full lights, the big poles. There's back behind it. There's been great improvements over there, and and they
won. It was fun. It was fun. Fun to watch. It was fun, and I covered the Mike Mertens and Shane St. Pierre's and Robbie Ruiz and Jar Vickner, even though I don't remember covering him because he was a lineman. Who covered the? I didn't know the
one. He blocked for what was the big guy?
Bruiser Bourgeois. I loved Bruiser Bourgeois. But I also covered Jay Falgout and Dexter Falgout and all of them. Yeah. Tyler. I'm gonna have to Google him out. Oh God, Jordan Loving. He was awesome. But also the Mannings came to Riverside Academy, to play. And at the end of the game, I said, I'm going to go interview Peyton Manning because I can. You just knew.
And they didn't win them.
No.
Newman didn't always win.
But there were fun games to cover. And I remember the year Riverside beat Hornville. It was a big deal. And I don't even know who decided that we're going to play Hornville. Like, are you nuts? But I covered it, and Riverside won, and I was there.
Actually, they beat them.
Yeah.
They played it 2 years in a row, and they beat them twice. Yeah. And they still talk about it. I mean, that's a big deal.
And all the Riverside St. Charles games. And
that was
fun.
Coach Soul scheduled those. His first years he was over there at Hornville, and I didn't go over.
All right. Well, congratulations, Riverside Academy, on your 500th win. I'm sure 501 is right around the corner. St. Charles Catholic just continues to roll. They defeated Belle Chase 19-7. This is 2 years in a row. Belle Chase met St. Charles undefeated, and 2 years in a row they left with a loss. Let's see.
Look, and that game stayed close.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
19-7 is a close game.
Yeah.
But
they scored late, put it ahead.
Yeah.
Put it away.
But St. Charles has played so many good teams this year.
They played 4 really close games that came down to the wire. I think Wayne Stein was quoted as saying it was 4 of the 7 games have come down to the wire. So quarterback Landry, you're used to
Landry
LeBlanc. I still think of Friday Night Lights. 14 of 16, 174 yards and 2 touchdowns. He threw one to his cousin, Walker LeBlanc, who had 7 catches, 98 yards, and a touchdown.
I think Landry is a hog.
Well, it's because he plays baseball.
He played with us this summer, and what a great change.
The quarterback in Friday Night Lights was Landry on the series, the TV series. Yeah. So anyway.
But a fabulous kid, great family, and awesome seeing him go out.
There you go. St. James defeated Donaldsonville 51-7. Another one I couldn't get any individual people.
That was supposed to be a close
one. We thought so.
Donaldsonville came in 6-1, but still St. James.
Yeah, and
they know how to win.
Yeah, I know.
St. Charles knows how to win. St. Charles knows how to win. Lutcher knows how to win.
They know
Riverside knows how to win. It just,
I need to get some lessons.
Destrehan knows how to win. Hornville's learning again.
This one surprised me. St. Martin's defeated West St. John 23-20. St. Martin's, West St. John led 14-0. St. Martin's scored 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns, but I shouldn't have been surprised because this was the 5th win by St. Martin's in the series.
Well, and we said it was going to be a gauge.
Correct.
Last week. This will be something they could gauge themselves and see how much improvement they made.
Right.
Because last year, I mean, obviously they had Harlem Berry, but they got beat by 30 points.
Mm-hmm.
So this was a very close game, and like I said, they had a chance to win. They led going into the 4th quarter. But Kevin Dizer, he found a way.
And didn't play.
Speaking of coaches from Riverside.
Yep, there you go. There's another one.
And Kevin Dizer, he likes being down in the 4th quarter because when he goes for it, nobody questions him on 4th down. Because he loves to go for it on 4th down, and they were able to pull that out. But I think that West St. John showed that that they're getting closer.
There you go.
They're not in Riverside's category yet, but they're getting closer.
I think the rest of their season is going to be better. I didn't want to say equal.
No. You talk about
West St. John. Yes.
Another district's room.
Yeah, I know. They made it through the hard part. How's that?
They're actually not going to play this week.
Because Crescent City.
Because Crescent City forfeited out.
Correct.
And Riverside won't play week 10.
Because Crescent City. Yes. That's a shame.
Well, they're not calling them forfeits now. They're I
don't know what they're calling.
They're not counting as wins. They're just going as no games.
No contest?
Yeah.
That works. All right.
That helps you in power ratings.
Mm.
If you take a 1-0 forfeit, you have to count them in your number of games. They don't bring any wins with them.
So that makes sense.
So you get 10 points. And 10 divided by, you get 1 point for playing them. Well, they all got way more points than that.
Right.
You don't want to take a 1, so that it's easier. It's better. The state allowed them to. The first one's a forfeit. Then I think the first 2 are forfeits, and then they become no games.
Gotcha.
Or whatever that's worth.
They're not playing.
Yeah.
And they can go do something else. They can go trick-or-treating instead on Halloween night.
What's St. John?
There you go.
How many streets there are in?
The street. Yeah. Oh, they'll find one. They'll do something. All right. That's a look at week 8 in River Parishes sports. When we come back, we will tell you who's playing whom in week 9.
Brought to you by Colonial Exterminating Company, a local family-owned company that will help you get rid of your termites, pests, and rodents. They're a Christ-based company looking forward to serving you.
Brought to you by Robert Hemel at Edward Jones Investing on Belterre Boulevard in Laplace. Trust Robert with all your investment needs. Welcome back to That Sports Couple, your favorite podcast, probably, with Lori. We had 7 views last week with Lori Lyons, the sports writer, and Coach Marty McKenna, who refuses to participate in Halloween with me. But anyway.
You can't disguise this body with just putting bones on.
My favorite costume we wore was Babe Ruth. It was Babe Ruth one year when we went to the Rougarou Festival in Home. It was awesome. People stopped and took pictures with it. All right, we're looking at week 9 in River Parishes football action.
My favorite one. What was the guy Peter?
Mr. Smee. Oh, I'll find the picture. He was awesome as Mr. Smee. I was Wendy. He was.
I'm sure you're going to get to see those 2 pictures. She's going to put them in there when she had.
Yes, indeed. That was the Rougarou Festival too. It was perfect. He was a perfect Mr. Smee. The red hat and everything. Yeah. All right, week 9, Halloween night, River Parishes.
And the lip gold.
The big game, the game that the Hahnville coach and the Destrehan coach said, "What are you talking about? We're going to be passing out candy on Halloween." Hahnville, Destrehan, at Hahnville. I posted the scores this week on Facebook. I do every year because I have every score of every game played. Destrehan has won the last 7. Is this the year Hahnville breaks the streak? Coach.
No.
Marty,
you got to remember that when you play big games, a lot of it is emotion and things going your way. And I won't throw the Hahnville kid I picked up, but I was Ubering and I picked up one of the players and I was bringing him to practice. And I said, playing Destrehan this week, honey? Yes, sir. And I said, can you all win? He said, I hope so. Well, that's a bad sign. Because when you're hoping, you go on the other side, we're kicking, we'll beat them again. They're just confident over there.
That's backwards. Hahnville has won 7 in a row.
The Hahnville kid said I hope we win.
Right.
The Destrehan kids are like, we're going to kick
them. Oh, I know.
There's no doubt. They're not even thinking twice about it.
Right.
And, we'll see how that holds up. I mean, confidence can be blown up in the first quarter. I'm sure Tulane went into that game tonight thinking they're going to, pound that poor San Antonio team into submission.
I'm sure LSU went to College Station against A&M. I mean, A&M went to LSU and said, LSU said, we got this. No.
They were hoping.
They were hoping.
And that's what I'm talking about. They both have a lot of weapons. And,
we've proven that.
And we have seen upsets in this rivalry.
We have.
My first year at Destrehan when Daniel was a coach, we knocked them off, and they were way better than us. They had the Landrys and they were loaded, and we just played well, and breaks went our way, and a couple of penalties went our way, and a crucial call in the corner went our way, and pretty soon we had a touchdown lead, and they were trying to score late, and they ran out of time. It happens.
Like I said about Riverside, I've been there for plenty on-pedestrian games, at least 20, maybe more. And because there were playoff games and everything. This game used to be the game. It's one of the national rivalry games. And this was the game that if it was at Hornville, I used to have to get there at like 3:30 in the afternoon. Not so much at Destrehan because I had people. But at Hornville, I had to get there at like 3:30 just to stake my spot in the press box before all the TV and radio people came in, and get a place to park. And it used to be a big deal. And we went to tonight. We left the house and went to the ribbon cutting for the East Bank Bridge Park in St. Charles Parish, which is a beautiful facility, and ran into a couple of former players, one of them being Alex Romero, who I did not recognize because he had a baby face and a helmet when I covered him. But so sorry, Alex, I did not recognize you. But he was talking about how when they played, the people being 8 deep around the track. Mm-hmm. And it's not like that anymore, he said, which is sad. And it probably won't be tomorrow because it's Halloween.
And the problem, there's twofold. It's twofold. It's also on TV.
That does.
And if you're a fan, let's not say a diehard fan, because diehard fans are going again. If you're a fan that's interested in, and it's going to be on TV, you're going to stay home.
We're going to be trick or treating, but I will have it on my phone.
Well, I'm just talking about any games now. Sure. It's not like Hornville used to. Now they sell season tickets, so they don't have to get there early, get prime seats. But that was fun. I remember my first Destrehan, my first one that we went to Hornville was actually the second one because the first one was at home, but. Then we're coming down and they're cooking.
Oh,
they're holding Wildcats up and they're yelling at us.
Who was the guy?
Boo Carmidale.
Oh, Boo Carmidale.
Boo Carmidale dressed.
He painted his face.
Like a tiger, and he had a suit. And this was a 40-year-old man.
Yeah.
This stuff was real.
And businesses got involved and the whole community.
It was fun, Before, I told the story today about.
I didn't see any toilet paper today.
Before I became a coach at Destrehan, I had coached in New Orleans, but I lived in St. Rose. But I had no ties to Destrehan. Everything was going the other direction. So I got hired at the rec department, and the first year, you wore your colors. Well, I have no colors. I didn't wear anything. I didn't wear either team. I wore rec. That was my colors. And they were teasing me, and they said, "Oh, you a Destrehan guy." And I said, "How am I a Destrehan guy?" My kids were young. They hadn't gone to Destrehan. We had no ties to Destrehan. They said, "You live on that side of the river." I said, "Well, where else? I have to live on one side of the river. I can't live on the river." You were guilty by where you lived.
And one of the first years that I was in the River Parishes Bureau, we wrote the Friday sports page, that prep page that I did. I did a story in Hornville, story in Destrehan, and the principal of Destrehan, you can say his name, called me and said, the Hornville story is 1.2 inches bigger than the Destrehan story.
I'll give you all.
He had a ruler.
I'll give you all 3 guesses, and you don't need the first 2 on who that was.
Chip off the old block.
Chip aside.
Like, the people took this stuff seriously.
But he took everything seriously.
I know, but
and
I had nothing to do with it. I didn't lay out pages. I didn't do that till I got to the Observateur. I didn't even write headlines. Oh, I hated your headline. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Anyway, Hornville Destrehan, Friday night, Halloween night, gonna be lit, sort of, maybe, I don't know. Either trick or treating or.
Oh, it's gonna be fun now.
Oh, I'm sure the kids will all be in costume. There will be some shenanigans. But we were talking about the toilet paper. Like, there's no toilet paper anywhere.
That's great Champon's fault.
Yeah, no, he took all the fun out of it.
He got arrested them all. Threatened them.
Now, there have been some things that went too far, and we don't want any of that. But, come on. Kids got to have some fun. Anyway, rivalry game. Good luck, both teams. May the best cat win. All right, in other news, Carver will travel to East St. John. East St. John is 1-7. Carver is 4-3 and had won 3 straight games, but they lost to McNeese. Not McNeese. McDonough 35. Not to McNeese, to McDonough 35, 42-26. Last year, East St. John won 22-20. So this could be a good contest. This could be a good matchup for the Wildcats. All right, Thursday, Letcher played tonight. I don't know the score. Morgan City. I'm going to guess.
I know the score. I don't know the score.
Morgan
but
City.
I know it was a whole bunch to a whole little.
1-7.
Morgan City has struggled.
They're 1-7 this year.
For years. They won one.
The kids win because they get to go trick-or-treating tomorrow. All right. Varnado will host, Riverside Academy will host Varnado, which is another one, 1-6. Last year, Riverside took it 56-0. They could put up some big numbers against Varnado.
It's going to be up to Lee Roussel to see how many you get. Well, it looked like last week he tried to hold it down, and they blocked a punt and scooped that, and they intercepted the ball and ran that back. And, you try to keep the score down, but you can't tell your players not to play.
Right.
Especially if they're guys who don't get to play a lot, and they get in the game and they want to impress the girl up in the stands or whatever, and her mama. But let me say this: Riverside beat West St. John by 40, and West St. John beat Varnado by 40. So,
good luck.
Yeah, have fun.
St. James is hosting Patterson, which is another one. St. James has won the last 6 meetings. Patterson did score a season high 42 points last week against Berwick. So maybe they'll score.
Maybe.
Yeah, there you go. I'm not predicting anything.
They're going to Morgan to
St. James.
No, that don't go well.
Halloween night.
That doesn't go well.
And that's the end of the slate because Crescent City Christian defaulted its game against West St. John. So there you go.
In West St. John, their record's going to be good enough to get them into the playoffs. So a game like that where they don't have to count it as a win and only 10 points will help them.
There you go.
As well.
Sounds fun.
Sounds like fun.
We all have a good time. I will be passing out candy and eating good stuff. And and looking for cute costumes.
But that game will be on right over there.
Yeah, we'll be watching Farmville Destrehan. Oh, by the way, Thibodaux beat Terrebonne tonight. I don't remember, 28-20, I think, or 28-21 was close.
My flag's at half, man.
Hey, it mixes up the district, though. There you go. So Terrebonne was doing really well. People beat people. So Hornville Destrehan could be a deciding factor tomorrow night, or it could mess everything up.
Well, it's going to be definitely interesting because somebody's going to end up with.
Well, if Hornville beats Destrehan, which is in first place, you know what I'm saying.
Well, then they'll be
It's
tough.
math.
But
It's
everybody
math.
else will have.
It's math.
Everybody else will have 2 losses.
Math. All right, that's it. We got one more week after this of River Parishes football and then the playoffs. And we'll stick around and talk about those. And hey, tell your friends to come check us out. We're not that bad, and we're short, and sweet, to the point.
Yeah. Either you like listening to it or you don't.
You like watching it or you don't.
And oh man, everybody asks, how do you find that thing? And we go.
Just go to YouTube or go to Facebook. That's Sports Couple. Tell your friends. There you go. That's it. All right.
Yeah, thank you again. We love you.
And we love each other.
You got a joke for me, Lord?
I got a good joke for you. Remember my last Halloween joke?
I hope you got a good one.
I do. You ready? Well, better than yours last week. tried to step on my toes there. Hey, Marty,
Yes, Lori.
why didn't the skeleton go trick-or-treating?
Because he wanted to rattle around. Oh, but
He had nobody to go with.
nobody. I got nobody. Nobody to love.
Brought to you by Laplace Glassworks, your trusted local glass company since 1984. Give us a break. We'll fix it.